Hello there, everybody. So, today I'm just going to be doing a little tour of my latest Minecraft realm. Yeah, it was a pretty nice place, personally, I'd say. Sadly, no one really plays anymore. So, yeah, I guess I'll just do a little tour of the place. So, this is kind of the centerpiece here. In every realm, we always build a sort of centerpiece, or most of them anyway. So last realm, we ended up building a fountain called the Fountain of Jomim, and it was pretty decent. But now here, I decided, how about build a tree this time? And so that's what I did. I basically just built this tree, not in survival mode, because I'm just not that good at building. I just kind of wanted to mess around, so I did building creative, but it doesn't really matter, because it still looks cool. Anyways, though, is a legit beacon. And coming up to the top here, it's just a nice, cozy little place. We got this ocelot named Ferguson. Brought him up here. Yeah, found him in a jungle, because we do have a jungle nearby. But, yeah, it's basically the tree house. Pretty nice little centerpiece. Got the giant Jomim sign, which is very old. Jomim's one of the players on the server, or was. So, yeah, he's kind of a staple figure of the server. Anyways, though, this is my house right here. I like this house. It's pretty decent. Got some, some basic stuff. Got my dog named Dale, of course. Got Davey the chicken. He has an interesting story. So one of my friends was killing a bunch of chickens. That used to be over back there in that little pen. He was killing all those chickens, and one of them managed to escape, and it was a baby one. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to take this chicken and have him as a pet. And that's how David came about. And he drops his eggs really everywhere. He's got a bunch of eggs here. David's fresh eggs, they're pretty nice. I believe an Enderman came into my house and dropped a piece of sand here. And then I also just put this jack-o'-lantern on top. It's just kind of another thing that's here. Got this pillager shield. Not pillager shield, pillager banner. It's always been here since the beginning. Same with these chests and furnaces. These are like some of the first things placed in this house, but yeah. Coming up to the top here, got my bed, got my first pet, string bean. Yeah, just a little parrot. Got my awesome ender dragon head that I got from a ship. Put that on some redstone. Also got the dragon egg here, first time I ever had it. And I've also got a jukebox here. And yeah, and the one thing I actually like about this is that you can actually stand up here and look out the windows, which I find very cool. So, yeah. And coming down to the basement here, I've got tons of storage. Got this chest here, which is full of stuff. And then I even have individual chests just for coal and redstone. So, yeah. Some shulkers, enchanted items. This is a sword I was trying to make. And creative. It would give you like every possible thing you can get on a sword. I got my anvil here. This leads down to my mine. And then this is for my villager. He just kind of sleeps in there. He sells mending and thorns 3, I believe. So, yeah, pretty cool. I've also got my item destroyer here. However, there's a secret that, well, everyone knows about who plays on here, and that is that you can actually jump down in this and pop out through here, and you're in the secret room. And this is basically just a little room I made where I'd use some of my creative mode powers, but most of these are actually legit. Like, I would legitimately brew potions down here. I had a bunch. Oh, these were my but yeah, these are some of the potions I made. And I also made a server map. This is actually very outdated, but yeah, old server map. I've got some armor here. I used to actually, before I started permanently wearing my netherite armor, I actually had it on a stand here. I also had my god axe named Robert's Revenge on here. It's named that because I used to have a cat. He was killed in a fire. Very sad. But, yeah. And then I've also got this sword named Your Poop Head, which is basically just a 32k sword. So I just use that for when people are hacking and being annoying. I can just kill them. And I've also got my new armor here. Now this armor in the center is actually special because it's unbreakable. Yeah, it will never break. Which I did that on purpose because I was so sick of, this armor and this armor just breaking after like 10 minutes of fighting and running around and doing stuff. So made some unbreakable armor while I was still working on my netherite stuff. And then eventually I just got all my netherite. But anyways though, that's my little secret room. You come up here and this actually brings you into my animal pen. I've got some guys in here. There used to be a few more, but sadly some of them have died. Got a friend here who was based off the sheep from the Dream SMP. Yeah, he was, I believe someone killed him. I'm not really sure who. He was killed twice, actually. But, yeah, I was sick of having to get more sheep, so I decided, you know what, it would be easier just to make a little grave for him. So, yeah, got that. Also got, Pete's mom here, the one who was used to make the mule, named Peter, basically died. Accidentally shot it while trying to kill a zombie. So, all that's really left is this saddle. But, yeah. Over here's a little starter farm that I never really took down, and I've also got this here, which I use for making cookies. And if you're wondering where they named that, it's just a old reference to a different server. A player named Dax plays that always make cookies, and I remember he gave a few to me, so decided to do that as a little throwback. Here's a mob farm, natural mob farm that I made, but nothing ever really happened to it. It has 3 levels, but no one uses it, but it's sometimes kind of nice. But yeah, so that is that. I can't fly up this. Let's just go. Also got this road here. I built this kind of road everywhere, placed trees and bamboo. We got some different houses here. This is a house that had a bunch of villagers in it. Wasn't ever really finished, but yeah. So this is kind of our main villager area, because we really didn't ever have one. We also had another one, but this is one of them. This house here is made out of like general junk and garbage that was lying around, but it actually looks kind of cool. Continuing along this way, we used to have a house here until one of the server members decided to break down that tree over there and be a jerkus about it. So he got slain, and his house was blown up, burnt down. Just about everything happened to it. And if you go under here, you can still see some of the remains. Yeah, I intended to build a McDonald's here, but never got around to it. Another thing I never got around to was finishing this wall. I wanted to basically light up everything in here so that no mobs can spawn in this area outside or inside the wall. But again, never really finished it. I got another farm here, some sugar cane. This farm's connected to this house. I'll just kill it. Oh, you broke the darn potatoes. This used to lead to a little villager area, but it was blown up. It happens. This is my cousin's house. It's just across the street a little bit. He has a ton of pets. He has every parrot, some cats, bunch of dogs. Yeah, it happens. Got some signs from Jomi, of course. And yeah, pretty nice. Ooh, best fish in the game. There he is. Also got the second floor here. Got villager. Selling pumpkins and melons. Got this pumpkin here. It's actually named after someone I saw on TV. That's just some reference to something. This is a button that used to be enchanted until it was accidentally placed. I believe this is the first shield. And here's his, Here's his special little storage place. Yeah, I did spawn a few illegal things. You got some spawn eggs and like some of this stuff. Of course, respiration chicken, can't forget, and bedrock. But yeah. That is his house now. Please let me out. Okay. This is the little community enchanting area I made. Kind of disgusting, but I don't really care. I also made this little area over here out of this natural pond. Joe Pond. It's another reference to an older server. But yeah, it's pretty cozy over here. Looks nice. This is a horse place that was not made by me. And it looks decent from the front, but from behind it's just an eyesore. I don't really think it was finished, so I can't really blame whoever made it. Got I believe this is the first nether portal. This is another player's house. Pretty nice. I think it looks pretty interesting. I've never seen really anything like it. But yeah, he's got some armor stands, some beds. I like this little balcony thing set up here. Got a parrot named Bruce Lee, and of course Ralph the cat. Yep, I named him. Also got a little wheat farm here and a little horse pen that was not finished. And I also remember I put a ton of dirt in here that I got and just left it there. So yeah. Moving along here, these two things, that's a pumpkin farm, it's a melon farm. Here you got show memes, like weird farm thing, I don't really know what he was going for. And here's his house. Let's check it out. It's pretty interesting. This is for feeding villagers. He's got a little thing that leads up here to the top, and there's a big whopping nothing here, so I don't really know what the point of this is. Yes, more stuff. It just leads, villagers are back there, I'm pretty sure. More banners, and yeah, villagers are in there. I guess he blocked them off. But anyways, this house is such a mess. Leading down to the bottom here, we have basically the server's first true mob farms. We'd all farm down here at some point. This is where we got our levels. There's 1 farm, 2 farms, and 3 farms up here. And yeah, and if you stood here, you can actually make all of them spawn mobs, which is pretty cool. They are all cave spider spawners though. And there's also a little enchanting area, but that's about it. So that's what we use to get our levels. Can't really think of much else on here. Let me get out of this maze of a house. Okay. Cool. So yeah, that's really. Oh, yes. Cannot forget, this is Stax Plays' house over here. You know, it wasn't ever really finished, but here's the inside here. He's got Panda, Mr. Feast. Yeah, got some stuff. And this is our first mending villager. But, yeah, this is his house. Not really too much to talk about. Little pond area here. Got a bunch of discs. Cool. Little farm, big E. Don't really know what was happening here. I never really got to see what this was gonna be. Somewhere around here there's some blown up remains because one of the players on here let them have creative mode for a little while, and what would you know, they build a little chest full of XP bottles. Nice. And yeah, so blew that whole thing up. Now this here was the entrance to an unfinished prison that I was trying to make, because usually, you know, prisons are pretty popular these days. Everyone has one on their server. So I decided to make one as well. And yeah, it did have an elevator, but here, wait, I'll use it. It's actually pretty fun to ride up and down. You just gotta stand in the middle or else you get crushed. But yeah, so you like go in here, you hit this, come back down. This thing's pretty nice. I remember I had to fix this stupid elevator so many times. I used to remember the exact way to build it. This is like a little lobby area I made. This is the item storage chamber. It's pretty cool because basically if a player tried to escape here and they wanted to, go in here and run and get their items, basically you have this, which is like a lock, and then you can actually take this off and that would stay. So, they'd be digging away at this, and by that time, a guard would already catch up to them and kill them. But yeah, I made 4, so there could be a maximum of 4 prisoners. This is the Melon invasion room. Yep. These were the item test chambers, so like just to make sure no one is bringing any illegal items with them. You just test them in here. And then this is where I intend to have my cells. I was going to have a big cell here, a big cell here. This would be the stairway that would lead up so you could connect to the beds that would be up there, so that when you die you spawn back in there. And then you would have 2 little control rooms here and here. It's going to be really cool. And I also wanted to remake this and build a giant door, but just never really got around to it, I guess. But yeah, so that is the prison. The one thing this wall is good for is it's very good for farming raids, because these guys, I don't know why, they just love, oh, my bad, they just love this corner over here. They love going in here, right here, so you can just stand here and just farm them all day. But yeah, I mean that's about it. I can't really think of anything else I did not mention that is notable on this server. Oh, this is finally the final notable thing. This was the house that we use to put that player inside, because I don't really remember what he was doing. We just wanted to put him in there because he was being destructive and doing bad things, and he quit. He stopped playing right then and there. So yeah. And I opened the doors in case he ever wanted to join back and play and have a second chance, but never happened. And yeah, this thing just kind of sits here. So yep. And that is truly about it. A lot of these are just mines and stuff. So, yeah. But, yeah, that's all. So, thank you all for watching.